I want to have a talk today about overland vehicles. Well, more specifically, one overland vehicle. One that I think is the world's best overland vehicle that nobody else seems to be talking about. So, I guess when we start, what I'm thinking about is back in the day, when I used to look at overlanding, I thought, well, Land Rover had the best overland vehicles. And when you looked at it, there were some requirements there. So the vehicle had to be long enough to be stable at speed when it's loaded. So a 90 was not really a very good overland vehicle. It was too short, too choppy, too tippy. So the upper end of that was the 130. So the 130 is a pretty good overland vehicle, but you didn't want to get any longer than a 130. So a Discovery was a little short, 100-inch wheelbase was a little short. So the requirement seemed to be you had to be somewhere between a 110 and a 130. So when I look at that on a new vehicle, I think, what vehicles are in that range? What's that sweet spot? Somewhere around 120 inches. And there's not a lot of them. So anyway, the vehicle that I've chosen is the Ford F-150 short wheelbase. And I'll jump out here. We'll have a look. So this is what I'm talking about. Now this vehicle, you can see it's got all kinds of ground clearance. This is a 2-inch level with 34-inch tires. This vehicle is locked front and rear and has a payload of 1,850 pounds and can tow 9,700 pounds. So it has a lot more capability than anything else really that you would consider as an overland vehicle. So it beats out things like the Land Cruiser, beats out Land Rovers, beats out the Jeep, even the new Jeep Gladiator. So this has that kind of sweet spot breakover angle that, it's short enough with enough breakover angle to crest dunes in the desert, yet it's long enough and stable enough to travel at 70 miles an hour with 1,500 or 2,000 pounds on board. So this vehicle's also considerably less money than other things that it competes against. So if you looked at it in comparison to the new Gladiator, which in Canada I think starts around 55,000, you can buy these in the 30,000 range. This one here is stickered at 47, but I bought it for under 40 with all the mods done and the tires and all that stuff done to it. So it depended on the time of year that you were buying and things you were looking to have done. So this has the torsion front locker out of a Raptor in the front axle. Now if you have that done right from Ford, right at the dealership, it comes with full warranty. So now you can have a triple lock truck with basically a 400 horsepower V8 in it for under $40,000. So something else that I really liked about this truck, of course these are 34-inch tires. It'll fit 35s very easily on the stock wheels. So Nitto, and there are others that make 35 by 11.5. These are 34 by 10.5, and they fit on there no problem. So some of the other things that I think are interesting, payload. I like the tailgate step. So open this up, have a peek. Another thing that makes it unique in the range is you can put anything on this to overland with. So you can just pack the back with a tent and stuff and go. You can put a rack on it and put a rooftop tent on it. You can put anything from an AT Habitat or a Go Fast camper system on it. You can put a pop-up like 4-wheel camper system on it, right up to a full-size, like maybe aluminum but high-top, hard-top camper system on it. You can also overland with a trailer with it, maybe have a couple of dirt bikes in it. Really gives you the ultimate range to deal with when it comes to what you want to do and that type of thing. Now obviously I'm talking about overlanding as a person or as a couple. This is not going to be for overlanding with a big family. It doesn't work that way. This is overlanding like retired people deciding to travel the world. As a couple, regular cab's all you need. You can take 2 people and a small dog quite comfortably, and it gives you some other options that really, here I'll show you, that I don't think anybody else offers. So when you look inside there, you've got all kinds of room, way more space than you're going to get in a Jeep or a Land Cruiser or any of those other vehicles. But one of the other things that you can't get in the others is you can't get 3 across seating. So this is what I like to call the redneck cuddle. You can't do that. It doesn't matter whether it's your wife or just a dog. You just can't have somebody or something sitting right beside you. And if you're going to spend months on the road traveling, it's just a nice feature. You can't get anywhere else.